right.
All right.
It is not Halloween. You are visiting with the oracles. That's right.
Trudy is very comic today.
Ava and I have fasted.
We have.
And we have
gone
arrived
to her
here
head.
more oracle-ish and like than you've ever seen us.
Super oracles, right?
Ever before.
Yes. Welcome.
Welcome to the Oracle's Temple in
Taurus.
Delphi, Greece, where the goats are running around.
Yes, we have goat friends.
Yep.
Goat's milk.
Yep.
Goat's cheese.
Why is that?
Because goats have very good milk.
No, because people bring goats to us.
Oh, that's right. In exchange for our oracle.
Exactly.
And of course, we 2.5 goats.
And if the goats shake a certain way,
yes,
then we'll take the querent, who is you, but we had said you don't need to bring a goat.
No.
All you need to do is click.
Subscribe.
And here we are.
That's right. I'm Ava.
And I am Trudy.
Welcome to Virtual Tarot for the forecast for the month of December for you, Taurus.
The last forecast before 2016.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
Dreaded.
This is the very last forecast.
This is it.
Yep.
The culmination of the year.
Yep.
The culmination of all your efforts hang in December.
Yes.
Let's see.
Very exciting.
Let's see how it will fall.
Yes, we will. Okay, so let's tell you what we do here at Virtual Tarot. We do a 4-card spread every month for every sign in the Temple of Delphi.
Yes.
And we also encourage you, when you're watching, to watch your moon sign, your relationship house.
And
also your rising
sign, which is
indicative of
the person
work. Usually for me, that's how I feel.
The rising sign in astrology is how people view you, how you impress yourself upon others. I'm a Scorpio rising with a sun in Pisces. I have a very soft core, but the Scorpio allows me to be very aggressive.
Yes, and she is very aggressive.
Well, I have to aggress in order to teach. You have to be certainly aggress to teach. So that's what that means.
Very interesting. That's why you would like to watch those signs as well. Yeah. And not to mention, you will learn a lot about the tarot, which is what we seek to do here, is teach.
Yes.
Teach you.
And the tarot you'll find a lifetime fascination in once you open up the mystery of each and every one of the cards. And I am still opening them and finding mystery within them.
Right.
So
we do a 4-card spread here each and every month for each and every sign. And I'm going to start with the first card, which represents the general, overall tone, color, environment of the month of December 2015.
And the second card represents your challenge, that which you have to overcome.
And the third card represents that which you do not expect.
Oh.
And the fourth card represents
the outcome, or the energy that moves you into the next month. There you go. All right.
Are you sure?
Why are we whispering?
Because we're getting ready. We're getting super special reading.
Oh, let's do it now.
Start the ethylene.
Oh, I can't breathe.
I know. Here in the temple. We're sitting on a fisher.
It's very sweet.
I hope she doesn't blow. Go ahead. What's
That's
sweet?
true. I would wonder. Be a very tenuous reading, wouldn't it?
Yes. So we're going to read Taurus. And Taurus, what did you have before we read? We have to do the recap.
Oh, all right.
So you had
the Knight of Wands in the position of the overall energy of the month.
And in the position of challenge,
we have the World, a major arcana card.
Yes. Moving into the third position, which is the unexpected.
We have the Moon reversed.
And then in the fourth position,
Death, which is the butterfly card. Don't be disturbed by the sound of death.
Yes.
Death is a means by which you transform. That's what the card is about.
Very beautiful.
Yep.
Now the Ephraim was coming up and it reminded me to do the recap.
See?
That stuff works.
It does.
So now we are preparing
for this month's reading. We've shuffled. We've separated the cards.
We want to mention that you ought to know yourself if you didn't see that sign coming in.
Oh yes, know thyself.
Most important
It's
thing.
not a small task, but listen to the reading and find out more.
Exactly. Okay, in the first position, what do we have in the position of environment?
Yahoo!
You are going to feel super healthy this month. We have the sun, the baby riding on the white horse, the naked child in the Garden of Eden, and this card with all these little sunflowers in the background really has only bright, sunshiny, happy, innocent,
Yeah, those are
pure,
pure.
but it's also male energy. So that's
So you're radiant.
mm,
That which you radiate may be your creative effort suddenly has no barrier, that you're allowed to express your creativity, your intention, your purposefulness, and you feel that you've achieved a level of true success. Because this is a card of achievement.
yeah. And get this. So what did we have in the position of challenge last month? We had the world.
Oh, the world was challenged, or was it? Yes, it was.
So here we have this baby.
Oh, that's right.
So
So you're getting there.
Yes, you've
You're getting
accepted the challenge,
Right.
and you are sort of like reborn, innocent.
Yes.
In this card, and because this card is a card of health and vitality, it reminds me of a very like sort of a healthy new thing, right? That you're working on, that's
Right.
making you radiate.
Now, a lot of people are going to take vacations down south, and it could be literally interpreted as
Right.
getting more sun.
Or metaphorically, even.
And metaphorically, it could indicate that you are feeling fed by the universe. In other words, you feel the abundance of the universe, as if you have an energy source coming in, freely moving into you. So that source could be identified as currency, money, opportunities. You feel supported. You feel nourished by your world, by your environment, and consequently it makes you feel joyous, and then you radiate out you, that is who you are, your talents, your abilities, your skills, your mindset. There's a freedom of expression also. So
That's great after last month.
Oh,
last
wonderful.
month is very important to this reading, I think, because we had the death card at the end. So obviously you've let some things go, and this is where you arrive. It's a great promise
oh, it is.
because we're still in November, so that reading seems to really apply to this reading.
Right. I've been watching a lot of videos on Kemet, on ancient Egypt, and the worshipping of the sun. And whether that was a literal worshipping of the sun itself that gives us heat, or whether that sun actually was a symbol for something else. And that symbol for something else is God, because God nourishes its creation. But we are made of it. The same thing that a sun is made of, we are made of. So in a sense of feeling completely at one with your world, you're made of the same thing. You feel identified with your environment, which is what gives you a feeling of joy. So you're connected to this source of your energy, whether that energy feeds you literally, financially, or supports you in ways of the heart and the mind. You feel completely supported
But
by
it's
your
also
world.
funny. I can't help but think about this is such a little literal thing. But you know how we all like use, I don't know if you do, but a lot of people use sloppers on their skin.
Sloppers.
Yeah, you know, like those exfoliating granule bead things.
Yes.
And when you do that, actually, what are you doing? You're getting rid of the dead skin.
Right.
Right? And then you come out like sort of like this.
Like a fresh baby.
Like this baby. So like
You get
even,
baby skin.
Yeah, so it's almost like, hey.
Yes, like you've exfoliated
Yeah.
the...
Like literally or metaphorically.
Literally or you're exfoliating the dead skin. That which no longer gives vitality to you. A beautiful metaphor.
Yeah.
But
you come out of that, like with all, you know, if you can shed all of that.
Yes. You know what I do is after I swim, I take the sand and I use the sand to exfoliate.
Ah,
Because it has a lot of minerals in it.
Yeah.
And I don't trust
You go to the beach, it's a great way to
exfoliate.
save a little money on
Yes.
exfoliator.
That's right.
They probably have it packaged anyway, don't you think, somewhere on the shelf?
Dead Sea
yeah,
scrubs
with a
and
pretty
things.
label, and
right.
it's like what, $50
Just
for.
go to the beach.
Yeah, there you go. Next position, we are reading now for you again, still for December. Your challenge is the 5 of Pentacles. So,
All right.
yeah, I kind of know what you're gonna say
Then you say it.
because we're of one mind.
We only look like two people.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. Well, you're gonna have to, even though all your needs are taken care of, and you're feeling like this, like innocent child, vital, all of these things. Really, there's still this sense of I can do it on my own, and this is minor too. I want to say that because this is a major arcana card. I see her looking off into the distance. But as all of this is going on, this more important stuff like the world and death, and you're going through all of these major life transitions as you're doing all of that. Your challenge is kind of the mundane sense that you don't have enough. Like, I don't see this as, because it's in this position after this card, it's like still there's like this sense of impoverishment. And it can just mean you don't have as much money as you had last month. Or it can mean that you're feeling a little bit left out, I think, this month. Or maybe you're not feeling well, which is interesting.
It could be a sickness.
It could be.
Flus, obviously.
Yeah, but benign.
Right, not
So
terribly
like a
important.
chronic thing.
The problem is low energy, perhaps, fatigue, feeling beleaguered. But what I was really going to say is an answer, because the juxtaposition of these two cards is really dynamic.
Yeah, it is dynamic.
And what I feel is that often that poverty mentality is in opposition to what is this enormous amount of energy coming into the month. And all it's asking you is to be innocent, to let it be, to be innocent of mind.
Oh, I like that.
You see? So that you don't stand in your own way.
Yep.
Because negativity is the natural disposition of the modern mind. It's always analyzing and trying to come up with the conflict. What is the conflict? And if you see things as a conflict, then you defeat your own reservoir.
Yeah. Or if you have this inherent sense of lack,
Yeah.
which could be lack of funds, lack of talent, lack of possibilities, lack of vehicles, lack of,
Or just depression.
relationship.
A final depression over the cumulativeness of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like this card is saying, let it go.
Yeah.
That lack mentality.
Or
because
seek counsel.
Or seek counsel, but the lack mentality to me is so benign in this reading so far. It's kind of like your everyday lunch money. You wish you had more, but it's not like, oh my God, I'm going to live on the street.
No,
I don't see that.
But I feel it that even in the midst of having the good, so much good around you, things can go wrong.
Yeah.
Your health, or this, or that, or the maybe someone is in need, and you have to express your generosity towards them. Maybe you have to lend a hand.
Maybe.
Or maybe you need to reach your hand out and ask for help in some aspect of this.
Right.
Maybe there's some place that you feel a deficit.
Or maybe you need to go find your foundation. Maybe you need to say, okay, what is the structure here of my, physical situation?
To go back to the fore.
Yeah, go back to basics.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think we did that. Okay, next card.
We digress.
And this is a really good card.
Oh, another
in this position.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. We have strength in the upright.
Right. So you do, in fact, I think, meet your challenge.
Yeah, and there are so many major arcana cards coming up for Taurus. Yeah. Oh, my God. Last month we had 3, and we have 2 so far this month.
So it seems that for Taurus, this is a very pivotal time.
And it has been for a while.
Yeah, it's a lot of dynamic and important, powerful changes are happening within you and in your environment.
Right, but this innocence
seems
to lead to this really, really beautiful card where you're able to sort of take control of a situation that has been either, I don't know, base, primal. You just sort of come in and charm the masses because, wow.
Yeah.
You find the inner strength.
Right.
To really not only calm yourself, but to calm those around you.
The lion represents our base psychological issues like anger, like jealousy, like pride, like vanity.
Yeah.
And they are a part of us, but they are not us. And if we are led by them, then we can very easily become despondent, and we can waste the benefit that we've been given from whatever end that comes in.
Right.
And so it is surprising then, it's surprising to you that you are able to quell, manage, control the lower instincts, whether that's fear, anger, anything that fear would be here.
Yeah, fear.
Fear
it's
of
physical fear of not like the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Who was it?
Like my needs aren't going to be met.
The rich man who hid in his apartment and became reclusive.
Howard Hughes?
Howard Hughes.
That's like a Howard Hughes.
It is because
Well,
in the midst of all his plenty, his paranoia became the reason he could not he couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't really use his fortune for good or for beauty or for art. He couldn't because he was in a
paranoid.
state of fear.
And what was he afraid of? I was thinking about that.
Fear of losing what he has.
I was talking to a friend of mine this week at work, and we were talking about how what we do, which is advertising, creates a culture of lack. So when you think about this card, I mean, we are actually all sort of in this mindset, thanks to the tube, and watching commercials. And
Turn your TVs off.
well, you can't even get away from it on YouTube.
Oh yes, the commercials.
So
But at least you can choose
but that
what you're imbibing otherwise.
But that lack culture that we've created,
yeah,
that media
but
hype
that's how
that we've
you sell
created,
something, is that you create the need for it.
has created this challenge in
Right.
all of us. That's
Right.
kind of what I'm getting to,
Yeah.
which is like, even though you have plenty around you,
You still feel.
you live in a lack culture,
Yeah.
and it's
And
that's
I've
something.
seen it in every
Mhm.
economic strata.
Yeah,
People who simply feel they don't have enough, and they have everything.
right. So it doesn't really matter what your social,
No.
economic
No.
level
So
is.
This is a relative
Yeah.
thing.
Let's go
So-
on to the last card, the outcome card.
Finally.
At the end, what do we have? We have a minor. So this month, last reading of the year, you have 2 majors and 2 minors. Last month we had 3 majors, 1 minor. This is the 7 of Swords, Taurus. And whatever you're doing this month, get off the grid. That's all I can
So
say.
all I can see is that
It's the
someone
month
is
to
stealing
get
the
off
silverware.
The grid, yeah. Or under the radar. We're coming
Yes.
at it from 2.
Right. So I'm
Separate.
seeing it. You're at Christmas dinner,
Yeah,
and
That's somebody doing it to
crazy
you.
Uncle Fred
right.
is putting the silverware in his pocket while
Yeah.
everyone can see him, but he's.
That's somebody pulling a 7 of Swords on you. An example of you pulling a 7 of Swords on someone could be being stealth and staying under the radar. So that's why I said
So you've got to keep something
get off the grid.
close to
Yeah.
the breast, I guess as they
Yeah.
say it.
Get off the metaphorically get off the grid.
Close your mouth.
Yeah.
Don't speak too liberally
Mm-hmm.
about what's going on.
Yes. And that could be
Keep a
definitely,
secret.
I could see that because we've got the Strength card here.
Right.
So
So you have to use psychology.
Yes. Or a poker analogy.
Yes.
Let them put their cards on the table before you put your cards on the table.
That's it.
It's one
That's
way
it.
to look at it.
And or maybe some funny bookkeeping is going on,
Mhm.
and there you make a discovery of that.
Yes, or someone's just trying to get away with
With
something intellectually. Even.
Intellectually, it's often the card. If we wanted to use the word that most describe it, is deceit.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is not being completely above board about something.
And there's some sneakiness going on.
Yes, we call it sneaky card.
Mm-hmm. And because we have this major arcana charm card
Mhm.
in front of it in the position of the unexpected,
And strength and courage
Mhm.
and vitality and,
Right.
and the ability to really harness your. Say you want to. Someone attacks you. When someone attacks you, verbally or otherwise, your first thing is to reattack.
mm-hmm.
This card is saying you don't.
Right.
You use psychology and you tame your urge to become vengeful.
Mm-hmm.
So the end, it shows there's a sort of behind the scenes, something is going on that you cannot express on the scene because you don't want to create more passionate reverberations. You don't want the outcome to attack you, which is what the lion would do.
Mm-hmm.
You're creating an enemy in a sense. You're dealing with an opposing force, whether it's internal or external.
Exactly.
And how you deal with that has to be psychological.
Yeah, and it is a little bit like it could be a warning also. A little bit of a warning that at the end of the month,
Yeah, be careful
You
with
need-
whom you share your ideas.
because they could challenge you actually. I mean, you may have less, you may get less out of this situation, right? Financially than you deserve, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, if some intellectual property or something,
Yeah.
some exchange of ideas occurs and someone kind of walks away with your thinking or ideas.
That can be plagiarism of some sort.
Exactly. You could feel as if, your ability to sustain yourself is at risk, which could mean you're taking
That
money.
makes sense because these two cards are similar energy. In order to have an act of thievery, you have to have the thief and you have to have the victim.
Right.
So there's a victim here and
Yep.
there's the thief, the perpetrator.
Yep, exactly.
And so
Your challenge is, are you going to be the thief or the victim? I think that's the reading. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
So
it can
it's
be
still, those are minor arcana cards, so we're going to go back to the majors.
yes,
Which say, through
envelops-
it all.
Through it all. You shine.
Yes, you radiate.
Your inner being radiates
There's a certain happiness.
Yes, there's a
It's like a happy month.
tremendous, but so is strength extremely.
It's extremely charming.
Yes, you're charming. You're magnetic. You're
Happy. This can even be
you're very affable.
Can even be just a happy month.
Yes.
So you're moving into that.
So just watch the silverware. All right.
Or the silverware in your head. It's all rattling around right now. I can hear it. There's some silverware in this head. So what are we going to do? We're going to talk about the fifth card.
All right.
I'm going to dress back up as the oracle. Here comes the smoke in the fifth card. All right, there it is.
Woo.
Or it's ethylene, right?
Ethylene. It's a sweet smelling gas they use to ripen tomatoes.
It's yummy. Get the fifth card, Major Spiritual Council, meditated upon and voiced by Reverend Ava.
Yes.
You will want it because it is like wonderful. I love them.
I like to do them.
Yep.
So have a listen to. We'll give you a free one. I don't know which one this month, but we'll give a free one out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't have the opportunity to really delve into these cards in depth because we'd be here for hours.
Mm-hmm.
So you also need to meditate when you read as well. So it just helps to put it into a deep spiritual place. That's all.
And last but not least, personal and private readings.
Yes.
For the month of December.
Maybe for a Christmas present.
For yourself.
Or a solstice
Sister.
sister present.
It's a solstice sister, like soul sisters.
We're solstice sisters.
We're solstice sisters.
Yes,
Okay.
So go look at our video.
Personal and
It's
private
really
readings.
beautiful.
Oh, yeah, the video.
Yeah, the video is
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Personal and private readings, click the link below. We offer those as well. I think I forgot to mention with the council card, you click the link below and you can automatically subscribe to that. And it's going to be 2016 before you know it.
Yes.
We are freaking out over here in the Oracle's Temple. So come back in
Just
January.
yesterday it was 500 BC.
That's right. Bring a goat. Don't forget the goat. And we'll see.
And bring a goat,
in
maybe a sheep.
January, right?
Yes. Thank you.
So did we do all this? Look,
What? Where you going? Can you go to my bedroom?
They're fighting.
it's gonna be 2016 before you know it. You're freaking out in the Oracle's Temple. So come back in
Just
January.
yesterday it was 500 BC.
That's right. Bring a goat. Don't forget the goat.
Bring a goat, maybe a sheep.